Good morning. It is very nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Yes. Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me to the job interview. My name is Maya Schneider, and I am very happy to be here today.
Nice to have you here, Mrs. Schneider. Did you have a good journey?
Yes, thank you. The journey was very comfortable, and I arrived here on time.
Great. Would you like something to drink? We have coffee, tea, and water.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I would like to have a cup of coffee, please.
Of course, I'll have a coffee for you. In the meantime, could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes, of course. As already mentioned, my name is Maya Schneider. I have a bachelor's degree in economics at the university in the USA. After that, currently I am working for the marketing department in the software company. During my studies, I did several internships in different companies. I was able to gain valuable experience this way. My focus was on marketing, and I also dealt intensively with the topics of market research and sales management.
That sounds interesting. Did you also gain practical experience during your studies?
Yes, definitely. I did a total of 3 internships during my studies. Through these internships, I was able to gain valuable insights into the working world and apply my theoretical knowledge in practice.
That sounds very good. Did you also participate in projects or other activities outside of your studies?
Yes, during my studies, I was also very active in various student organizations. And for example, I also participated in a business plan competition. There, as a team, we were able to present our idea for a startup company and ended up taking 3rd place.
That is impressive. Do you think that these experiences could help you in your work at our company?
I think that through my experiences, in my studies and internships, I have learned how important it is to think strategically and set goals. Additionally, I have also learned how important it is to communicate well and work in a team. I think these skills will help me to be successful in your company.
Very good. Mrs. Schneider, can you tell me a little bit about your family situation?
Yes, gladly. I am married and have 2 children aged 5 and 7. My husband also works full-time, and we share the childcare responsibilities.
That sounds like a challenging situation. Mrs. Schneider, how do you imagine achieving a balance between family and work in our company?
As a working mother, a good work-life balance is very important to me. I think that a flexible work schedule and the possibility of working from home can help to better reconcile family and work.
I see. Can you give me an example of how you have dealt with difficulties in the past regarding family and work?
Of course. A few months ago, I had an important customer visit in another city. At that time, I had no childcare options for my children. However, I could rely on the support of my colleagues, who were willing to divide the work among themselves so that I could attend the customer visit. My family also supported me greatly, and I was able to leave the children with my parents.
That sounds like good teamwork. How did you resume work after the customer visit?
I worked at home late and was able to take care of my children as well. Although it was a challenge, I think it's important to be flexible in such situations and find alternative solutions.
I completely agree. As a company, we also have a family-friendly work culture. We offer our employees flexible working hours and the option to have home office, for example. All right, moving on to the next question, Mrs. Schneider. You moved from the USA to Germany in the last few years. How did you make that decision?
Yes, that was definitely a big challenge for me and my family. But I think I learned a lot from it.
What were some of the biggest challenges?
One of the biggest challenges was definitely adapting to a new culture and language. It was sometimes difficult to understand things and make myself understood.
I can imagine. Were there any other difficulties?
Yes, I also had some difficulties adjusting to the new environment and making new friends. It was lonely at the beginning.
I see. How did you finally settle in?
I always tried to stay open-minded. I also attended a language school to improve my language skills and meet new people. It took some time, but I finally found a new home and felt comfortable.
That sounds good. How do you think your experiences of moving to a new country will help you in your future career?
I believe that my experiences will help me to face new challenges. I also learned to adapt quickly to new environments and maintain a positive attitude even when it's difficult. I think these qualities can be beneficial in any profession.
All right, moving on to the next question. Have you ever worked under pressure?